Hey, life group leaders. I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to give you an encouragement. When we think about the ministry and what God has called us to and how we have been equipped to teach and make disciples, we have an opportunity to invest in the next generation of teachers. And I want to share this with you to encourage you. We need to be thinking of the classroom as a springboard for other people to grow in their gifts and their service so that they can make disciples. This week, I just want to give you three thoughts. One, are you modeling godly, Christ centered teaching? Is Scripture truly what's driving your lessons? Because when we help people wrestle with the text and see the Scriptures for what they are, we inspire them to know God more, to search the Scriptures, to understand what does it mean, how do we live it, and what do we do with it. I share this because we have an opportunity to model godly teaching. When we model godly teaching, we then encourage others to imitate our teaching. Right? We don't want to lead with our personality. We want to lead with Scripture and God's truth. And so I bring this up to you because I want you to think about this. You and I have an opportunity to share that with others. And this brings us to the second point. We need to share the load of teaching. We should not do it all by ourselves. It leads to burnout, it leads to poor quality in our teaching. You never know how when you need another teacher. Do you have a substitute teacher? Do you have a co-teacher? Because the reason we in Scripture we see that Paul is preparing others for the gift of the ministry, and we see Timothy and Titus, they're both called and challenged to look for those who are able to teach, who have a Christ-like mentality, who are well known in their culture, that lead their families well. They're not drunkards, they're not aggressive, they're not abusive. They model Christ in all seasons. And so when we think about how we are raising up teachers, we need to bring others along. Share with them how you're teaching. Share with them how you're preparing your lessons, the materials you're using, and why you do what you do. For me, when I want other people to substitute for me, I give them an outline. This is how I teach, this is what I do, and this is what I think through. And I want to share that with you so that you've already seen me model it, but now let's look at it on paper so it's more concrete. When we help others carry that load, one, that gives you a break. It gives the class a chance to benefit from others having a chance to teach, and it's a learning opportunity. And it shows that when we let other people have a part in the role of leadership, that it gives them a taste to see if it's something that God is calling them to. So, are you sharing the load? Are you doing maybe half of the lesson and letting someone else come in? Or maybe you're rotating every other week. And in that, you're helping them. You're checking their notes, you're encouraging them, you're praying with them, you're wrestling with the text together. And doing that, you bring up a lot from the text that can benefit the class, but also gives an opportunity to multiply the group. Because when you get, I mean, let's be real, you having a group that's over 10 or 12, it starts becoming pretty, it's not as personal or intimate. And I'm not saying we have to be 20 or less or 10 or less type of thing. But when we look at the size of our classes, there should be others in our group that have the ability to teach. And if not, are we raising them up? Are we equipping them to do the same? Because we have an opportunity to fulfill the Great Commission. Right? We are to teach others everything that Christ has taught. We are to send them out to raise up and multiply and do these things. Like this is the church's job. And so we want to multiply the gift of teaching by equipping others how to read scripture, how to plan a lesson, right? What's your main question? What are you going to start the class with? What's the main point of the lesson? What are you hoping that they get out of it? When they walk away from this class, what's the one thing you want them to remember? And third, how are you structuring the class to connect to your main point? And finally, what's the application? All right, as we think about this, I want you to be praying with me. We have an opportunity to raise up more leaders, to raise up more teachers who can help with the youth, the children, students, the adults, seniors, young adults. It doesn't matter. It's not just a life group thing, it's a life thing. So I want to encourage you, model godly teaching, share the load of teaching, and multiply the gift of teaching. Be comfortable learning how to share that with others. Right? I understand the difficulty of our pride. Not saying you're being proud, but I think there's a time when we were worried. Well, what if I give it and it doesn't go well? Or what about this? Whether you're worried about how it looks about you or what message it may communicate, risk and failure are okay. That's how we grow. And so I want to encourage you as we multiply, we share that load, we give others an opportunity. Maybe not all the time, But having that helps us prepare the next generation to take the gospel to the next generation. So think about it, pray on it. If you have any questions, let me know. But I pray that you have a great week. God bless.